Got my jelly bean, people. We're already off to a bad show. I dropped my jelly bean. But I got another one here. Okay. What's going on, everyone? It's been a minute. I know I did like a quick live on my birthday. Was it on my? Yeah, I think it was on my birthday on Sunday. Once in, thank you for all the wishes. That's what matters to me. Okay. This is a show that was a platform, and it's always been a platform. And I've been like real. I don't know. How do you want to say it? Stubborn. I've been real stubborn. I've been real. I don't even know the word. I should have planned this. Let me see something really quick here. I'm not using the software today. The software today has not been cooperative. I've actually shit. I've actually been trying to go live for like the last 2 hours, but my computer and my software is not very cooperative today. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm live. I wanted to just talk about something else. Something that I've spoken about. Something that pissed off some people from what I've heard. Probably shouldn't even be eating jelly beans on my live right now. Let me put these away. Yeah, what's going on as well? I've been really, I've been real. I'm gonna use the word stubborn. I know the word's not stubborn. I just can't think of it right now. When it comes to these Cash App crap, and I've talked about it before and stuff. I've always been dead set that this platform is a platform. It's not a money making device. It's not somewhere for me to find an alternative to actually working or finding like having this fund expenses, having this fund, my bills, having this fund like anything. Um I've been real honest about that. It's not like I've, gone out. Yeah, I've asked for help once, but that was like an emergency. That wasn't for me to line my pockets. That wasn't for me to go and, use money on myself. I don't ask for you to pay my bills. I don't ask, you know, on the first of the month, the second week of the month, the third week of the month, the fourth week of the month. I'm not there with my hand out. I don't beg. I'm not going to use the term dry begging because a lot of people get real sensitive and start, taking offense to it. But hey, if the shoe fits is all I got to say about that. But I don't go begging. I don't go throwing out like, hey, I need this equipment, or I don't go saying, I want, um, like little tongue in cheeks who are like, yeah, like I have these bills coming up, but I'll figure out a way. Like if anyone wants to help me, you're not obligated to or anything like that. I never do that because I think it looks bad. I think it looks tacky. I think that just shows that you're in it for the wrong reasons. I don't, put, the tip jar. S- I don't throw my cash app out there. There's people that still to this day ask me for it, and I don't throw it out there. Like people know it because it's, just my name or anything, but it's not like I'm out there constantly panhandling, constantly, trying to get this. And it's not because I'm better than anybody. It's not because I have anything above anyone. It's just I didn't start this channel to make money. I didn't start this channel to, sucker people out of money that they probably need more than I do. And I had some people send me money on my birthday. And I've already talked about it in a previous video. To where I sent private messages saying like, "Hey, you're not obligated. Like, I could send this back. I don't need it. Like, I appreciate you, but that's not how I gauge my support." So people will say like, "Oh, well, I got like this bill taken care of, or I got my light bill taken care of, so because my supporters care about me or something like that." No, a lot of them are just blinded by all this. And when people start doing like their whole membership only kind of platforms, or put stuff behind a paywall to, try and get people to pay money just to see it, this stuff should be free. I don't think I think if you're truly good at this platform, so I'm not saying that I'm good, but if you're truly good at this platform, if you're truly good at entertaining, if you're truly good at carrying a show without talking about people, without going after people, without digging up dirt, without throwing, slander around, without mudslinging, without any of this stuff that everyone's so accustomed to where it's like borderline normal now. If you're able to carry your own thing on your own with with your own name, not a platform that covers this person or a platform that talks about this or a platform that does this. If you're able to do it on your own with your own name, with your own content, with your own topics, to where not every single video is just a repeat of the previous 500 videos everyone else has done, that's when you get deals. That's when the money comes in. So instead of people trying to bleed out the followers that they have, instead of people trying to get, a few dollars here, there, maybe $20, maybe 100, 200, 300, 400 here and there, that's small potatoes. That's thinking small. What you should be doing is either reinvesting that money into something that will help your channel instead of paying bills, and work on building your brand to where the businesses, the companies, the people with actual pockets will fund you. I was talking to I was talking to a friend of mine, and he told me that he had kind of fallen into that when he first started. He's like in South America or Mexico. I forgot where he's at, but he's from there. But he came to the valley to like do school and stuff like that. He said that he got like really into it to where people were always happy to send him money, and he liked it because he would mention, "Oh, I'm kind of hungry, like, it would be nice to have like a taco or something like that," and people would just send money. So he said he kind of got like used to it, and that it was kind of hard to dig out of it because he was even attacked for it. Like, other people would like talk about him and say like, "Oh, well, he wants his money, like he's just suckering people out of money. He's just wanting, people to pay for him and stuff." And he admitted it. Like, he was all like, "Yeah, it kind of happened." And it's hard because it starts off as like, someone being real friendly, like saying like, "Oh, here's a couple of dollars here, like, enjoy it, like use it on yourself." But then people start giving, more amounts of money. It becomes more frequent. And he said he was like pulling in like a good amount. And by this time he was already monetized. He was making like a decent thing. He didn't do lives, like he does like exploration and urban exploration and stuff like that. Pretty cool stuff. I'll see if I could get him on my show. We used to be like real good buddies, but like now it's just like every once in a while. Like when we see each other online, we'll have a conversation. But yeah, as well, it becomes a crutch and you just become dependent of it. And then before you know it, you've gone from content creator, or if you want to call yourself an influencer, um, to just someone who everyone expects, like, "Oh, well, here it comes." Like, they're gonna ask. It's the end of the show, they're gonna ask. It's the middle of the show, they're gonna ask. Like, everyone already knows you. So he said that he had like completely, like, he had changed like his whole way that he did his things. He didn't mention that like, "Oh, I need this," or "I want this." He didn't mention anything dealing with money. Like, he just focused on the content. He just focused on what he wanted to do, which was explore and stuff. And then from there, he started reaching out to people, and he had people reach out to him. A couple of them were scams. When as soon as you monetize, you start getting these emails like, "Oh, well, we like your channel. Like, we want to send you this, just pay for shipping." And it's like a huge scam to where you have to pay for like $50 in shipping, and that's supposedly like items for you to promote on your page, and you get to keep the items. You gotta be careful with those. I'll do a video on those things. Those are crazy on how much I ran into those. But he ended up running into like, real ones, like one where like it was a local company that was just in the next town over. So he went to speak with them, and that's where he got his partnership with some backpack company to where he will put these backpacks together, and you buy it from him and he'll send it to you, and it comes already like with like first aid kit, like a compass. It comes with um like a water bottle that he put his name on, and like it's like just a nice little care package. And I asked him, I was like, "Well, do you make like a lot of money off of that?" He said, like, "No, not really, but I mean, it's better than me having to ask." Like, yeah, coming up with merchandise, and I've done it too. Like, I've somewhere out there, there's I think like a few shirts that people have bought off of me with my logo, with my old logo. I need to work on a new one with my little astronaut dude. Maybe that'll come. Maybe I'll sell them for like, just for like cost. Cause I mean, if I'm gonna buy the shirts, I have the machine to do it and stuff like that. Like I'll probably just charge for like the cost and, probably not make anything of it off of it. Or I'll just give them away, or I'll probably make it like, like a fundraiser shirt kind of thing to where I'll save $5 off the price and that could go towards something. Because thinking about it in the long run, it's shit, I moved my whole desk. In the long run, it's a lot better because what you're doing is you're basically making billboards. You're making walking billboards. I if I sell a shirt for $20, not that many people are likely to buy it. I'll probably sell, I think last time I sold 20 shirts for $20. Not that many people will buy it, so it really won't get your name out there that much. Now, if I mention, "Oh, I have 20 shirts down to give away for free," everyone's gonna wanna jump on that to where I'll have more people with the product versus for free versus them actually buying it. So what that does is they wear it out in the public, they wear it, somewhere. People who aren't aware of me are gonna see the shirt, be like, "Oh, okay, this guy's a YouTuber, he has merch, he's might be, a little official, he might have, some real stuff, like, to talk about, he might have, like, real content. I'm gonna look it up." So that's just gonna bring more eyes here. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that, I'll give some free shirts, you all wear them, and the views will come up. Like, I've worn my shirts in public. I've have 2 or 3 shirts that I've worn in public. I have a cap that I've worn in public, and not I mean, I may or may not have slapped some stickers in some public places because I have my probably in my closet. I have my digital dimwit stickers to where it has, like, my YouTube logo, and it has, like, the name of my channel, and they're, like, small, so boom, just slap it on a stop sign, slap it on a post somewhere. I get into that a little bit more, guerrilla marketing, that might work. But what I'm really trying to say is, if you now this might resonate with some people who watch this or some followers of someone else who, chooses not to watch this based on whatever their own thing is. If it bothers you, it's because, maybe you're being called out on your stuff. If it doesn't bother you, nothing wrong with that, then that's cool. You do your thing, I do my thing. But what I'm saying is, if you're using a platform to just make money and using it just to cycle the same thing over and over and over again, the least you could do is admit it. The least you could do is be real about it and be all like, "Hey, I'm here with the monthly financial request. I'm here with, you know, it's water bill day, so everyone knows what that means. Drop the Cash App name and, show your support. Own up to it. Don't be all like, no, I'm a content creator. I'm an influencer. I'm this, I'm that." But at the end of it, it's always dropped with show your support, drop that money. Show your support. Here's my Cash App. Cash App is in the comments. Cash App is pinned. Um, and people are sneaky. People are very sneaky, and I get accused of being I get accused of being sneaky and selective with my words and stuff like that. No, no, no. It has nothing to do about being sneaky or anything. I'm upfront, I'm honest. If anyone asks me anything, I'll answer it. But it gets misconstrued as, oh, he's being sneaky when I just know how to talk. I know how to market. I know how to present myself. I know how to talk. Like I know the business. I mean, it doesn't look like it much on my own channel, but I've helped other businesses. I've helped business companies. I've helped individuals to help grow their brand, and I've helped them do their stuff, and they've been successful with it. Let me see where my latest one of the people I've helped. Let me see how their platform is. Like like people that I help start off and then teach them the basics, teach them like what I would do, and then they kind of just go off in their thing. Like I'm like a mama bird that just lets them go off on their own. I've said it before. If anyone ever wants to start a channel or a platform, I'm always here to help. See, this is what kind of hurts me when I look up someone who helped start, and I see like I'm proud of them, but I'm all like, if I put as much work into my own stuff as I do, like with these other people, and they grow their stuff on their own too. I mean, it's their faces out there, it's their topics and stuff like that. But I hope this group here did their photos, did their videos, did their website at one point. 9.2 followers in a year and a half since I started with them. I mean, I'm proud of them. Should I be that more focused on mine? Yes, but I've always wanted to be the guy in the chair. I've always wanted to be like a manager. That's always been my thing. Like I would like to find someone who, as soon as I see them like on camera, or as soon as I see them like in their element, I'll be like, you know what? I'm closing all my stuff. I'm never gonna do another video because I'm gonna focus on managing this person. Like I'll do their behind the scenes stuff, I'll do their editing, I'll help them with their writing and stuff like that. That's my dream there. That's what I want to do. Like I don't want to always be the face or always, have like be the one in front of the camera. I want to be on the other side of the camera. And that's always been like that. Um, but let's, rewind a little bit, like rewind a little bit to where if you, I mean, if that's what you want, say that's what you want. Say that's what you're doing. Don't um throw these things and back to where people accuse me of being sneaky. What a lot of people do is they'll do the you're under no obligation, only do it if you want to. And that's good that you actually do it because I mean that shows that there's a little bit of a sincere person in there. But the fact of bringing it up, acknowledging it, you're putting in people's heads to where, oh, if like I'm not obligated, like he's so nice, like maybe I should, or she's so sincere that she's not making us do it, so I'm gonna do it on my own. So it's so I'm helping them. I don't think that's really helping you. I mean, it's helping keep the lights on, but that's about all it's helping. So that's why I always say, like, if you want to support someone, cool, do what you want with your own money. I'm just saying, as someone who's kind of on both sides, because I mean, I have content creators that I like watching and like content creators that I've donated to, and I've been in front of the camera at the same time. So I could easily put myself in the position on both sides here. But when I do donate to somebody or, donate on someone's stream or throw it into when I'm like in their membership monthly programs kind of things like their Patreon and stuff. That's what I was thinking of, Patreon. Hey, no, I'm just talking. It's actually open topics, like anyone could throw in a topic and Um, Anyone could throw topics and like we'll just talk about it. I'm not gonna do anything that long. Uh, Margie says, yeah, anyone who expects having that expectation is a big problem because then well, of course, you expect it. So you're like, okay, by the end of the month, I usually have this much for my followers, this much from donations, this much from my channel, so I should be good to spend here and there. But then you can't always count on it when it's maybe your followers don't have that much money. Maybe you didn't get that much views this month. So that's why I think if you really want something, you should actually work on it. Raffles are a good way. Little People get called out for raffles all the time, which is why I don't do it. I'd rather just, give the stuff away. Did I see the Flash? No. And the main reason why is because I have a feeling it's gonna suck. I have a really big feeling that it's gonna suck because I don't go by ratings. I don't go by like reviews and stuff like that because I think art is always very subjective. So you're never gonna know who the person reviewing it if you all have same stances, um same opinion of characters, same opinion of writers and stuff like that. So it's always really sketchy. But one thing that caught my eye is the fact that Black Adam, which is a horrible movie, which bombed, has a higher rating than The Flash. Has made more money than The Flash on opening weekend and is overall doing better. A lot of people hated the Birds of Prey movie. I loved it, but I get it. People didn't like it. So like that was viewed like very low for the DC movies. That movie is doing better than Flash on an opening weekend, and that's because it was kind of a holiday, like a Father's Day weekend. Take your father to go see a superhero movie. Your father takes you to go see a superhero movie, so it had lined up perfectly to be a very good opening weekend. But it's doing bad. I think it was 65 million opening weekend for a DC movie, for a superhero movie. That's horrible. Yes, Titan, the minivan that is a submersive. It's not a submarine, it is a submersive. Um, what was it? 96 hours of air in there to go see the Titanic. Um, Out of Everett, Washington. I want to visit Everett mainly because that's where the Funko headquarters is. So I collect a lot of Funkos in the background. I would love to go make a Funko myself. 90 minutes from Everett, Washington. That's the voyage that it took. Was about a 90-minute voyage. And there's three theories right now on what is going on with this vessel. Because apparently this vessel was like kind of jerry rigged, like it had like its lights were something that you bought like at a tractor store. The controller that everyone's talking about is like a 10-year-old controller. It's a Logitech controller. Logitech is not the best when it comes to controllers. It's a very cheap third party alternative brand. Like Logitech makes my camera that I'm using right now, I think is a Logitech. I mean, that's pretty much all. Like, I don't like the keyboards. I don't like the mouses that they have. I don't like pretty much anything Logitech. So that was already like a huge, huge red flag for me. Especially that Sony, like the PlayStation brands, they are able to be used with so many different things. Like when the PlayStation 3 came out, it had such a strong processing power that the military like combined a bunch of PlayStation 3s together, and that was acting as one of like a supercomputer because of how strong it was and how powerful it was. My PlayStation controller, I have one right here. I'm not ashamed. I love the pink controllers. I have the pink controller for the PlayStation 3, 4, and the PlayStation 5. Not ashamed. This thing I could connect to pretty much anything. I connect this to my computer and use it as a video game controller for my computer. I've seen people connect this because it's a Bluetooth controller, very nice Bluetooth controller. I've seen people use this on drones. I've seen people I've actually used this as a remote for my TV, like changing the channels and volume and stuff like that. These controllers could pretty much do anything. And that's why I keep it here because I was messing with this and I was having to control my computer on Friday because I was going to start live streaming some gameplay. So I had basically turned my computer into a PlayStation 5 because I was having it run my Call of Duty. I was having it run like a bunch of other games. So I was doing that. Just want to throw out this one. I have a purple controller too. I like all these colors. And another cool thing that would have helped with this is that this has a gyroscope in it. So I have like some aircraft games to where I don't even have to use the controllers. It goes based on the gyroscope that's built into the controller. Very nice. Like for a submarine, that would have been perfect. So I think that was just lack of initiative on trying to make, a very nice like submersive tool. But the theories are rewind it back to there. Apparently, it was connected with like Starlink to where it should be able to be like tracked and found anywhere. And it also had a fail safe to where if something went wrong, if any communication was lost or any issues happened, that it would automatically surface. The thing is, no one knows if it surfaced or not. One of the theories is that it surfaced, but there's no way to track it, so it's just bobbing somewhere in the ocean. I think they're looking at a radius of like 400 miles, and it is not that big of a vessel. It is the size of like a minivan, and I'm still moving my hand like this for the bobbing. So there's not really a way to track it. It hasn't connected to Starlink, so that's actually making a lot of people look towards Starlink. Like maybe it isn't as trustworthy or as good as my boy Elon has been saying it is. And the scary thing about that is usually when you see submarines in movies and stuff, they have like a hatch that you could open from the inside and get that fresh air in. This submersive device is bolted by the outside, so there is no way you could open it. So you're limited to the air that's in there. They're saying if it's not found by Friday, it is going to turn into a. It's no longer going to be a rescue. It's going to be just a retrieval trying to find the vessel. And you would think that, spending 250,000 for a ticket, you would get something a little bit better. Yeah, it has to be open from the outside. Uh, Another thing that they're saying is maybe it's spraying a leak, and that's gonna throw off the air pressure in the whole thing. And basically, I don't have a can for an example, but you know what it's like to crush a can. That's what would happen if a leak happened onto that vessel. Uh, oh, thank you. My wife and my daughter got me a new light that I have been wanting. It's something that people have suggested to me before. It's like a little astronaut that throws a nebula and stars. So I have it up there and it's now shining the light. And then the third one is that it went deep enough to explore the Titanic, which is what it was intended to do, but it got caught under something to where, maybe there's the hull of the Titanic in here. Mm, where's Oh, Glow has one. That's cool. To like the whole Titanic would be in here, and let's say the space ducky that I printed myself is a little submersive. Well, maybe it kind of got stuck, so it can't reach the surface anymore. So they're saying maybe it's stuck under there. Uh, who knows? Hopefully, it's found. Hopefully, these people are okay. Kind of a bad taste for the CEO's son of the vessel to be partying and saying it's what his family would have wanted during these hard times. He's at a Blink 182 show, and those tickets are damn expensive. Yeah, there's a small number of vessels that could actually go as deep as that. That is one of them. So there's not a lot of resources for anyone to go searching down there. Someone mentioned the Apple Vision Pro. I want that thing. Maybe that's when I'll start, asking for cash apps and handouts and stuff like that, so y'all could fund my Apple Pro. So maybe I'll take it all back later on in the future. um, no, I have like a bunch of VR sets. I have the PlayStation VR, and then I have the Meta, which is. Do I have it? No, this is a camera. Okay, I thought I had my Meta headset here, but I don't. Roller Coaster is your favorite Blink 182? I got to go with the classics with like I Miss You. I'm feeling it. Um, That's another good Blink 182. Now I'm not trying to, be all like, oh well, I'm so deep. I know all these songs that y'all have never heard of, but I'm trying to think of this other song. It's like, hey mom, there's something in the back room. Hope it's not the creatures from above. It's about aliens, so like of course I'm gonna like that song. What is that song? Oh, Aliens Exist. So stupid. Aliens Exist. That's the Blink 182 song. That's probably my favorite. Do I know? Yeah, like early Blink 182, like that is pretty cool. I have my guitar here, but I don't know any Blink 182 songs, or else I would ruin some music for you all. Maybe another time. Um, Speaking of music, we have an Austin Music Festival coming up, and I'm excited. I'm not gonna go because I'm not that rich, but the Foo Fighters are headlining. I mean, who doesn't like the Foo Fighters? I would love to go see them. Sadly, I won't, but a guy could dream. I've been lucky enough to see a lot of shows. I don't know. Are you all like concert people? Like, do y'all go to a lot of concerts? Because I can name off some of my concerts, and like it'll kind of give you a taste of like the music that I kind of grew up with. Because when you're growing up, you kind of base your music kind of like on what your parents listen to, and you kind of adopt some of that taste, but then you find your own, and then you kind of branch off in your own kind of way. But growing up, I gotta say I'm lucky that like some of the groups that I've seen, my first concert was like Aerosmith. Then I went to like a private show with to see Poison and Cinderella. And with this, there was only like 30 people in attendance. Like it was a small private show. I was maybe like 5, 10 feet away from Brett Michaels. Um, seen ZZ Top, seen Run DMC, Kid Rock, Van Halen, which was probably one of my favorite groups. I got to see them, and it was a damn good seats too. I've seen Flyleaf. Have I seen Motley Crue? I think I've seen Motley Crue. Stone Temple Pilots. Who else have I seen? Oh no, growing up in high school, I had like this wall that had like all my ticket stubs, and then I would have like a picture of the band. But I moved out and lost that because I left that behind, and I'm really upset about that. But if you saw the Misfits, that's pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing Dropkick Murphys. Nice, Irish band. Is it Irish? Yeah, I think it's Irish. I think they are Irish. 311, also 20 years ago. Um, Paramore. I love Paramore. They're actually in town, but I think all the tickets are sold out. Who else have I seen? So I've seen like a lot of classic rock, a lot of glam metal rock. It's Kiss. I think I said ZZ Top already. So, like, that's kinda like what I grew up with. Oh, Paramore is amazing, like, I grew up like, that was like, Paramore, Fall Out Boy, My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, um, like, Blink-182, like, those were, like, my groups, like, in high school, like, that's what I had on my I didn't have an iPod, I wasn't my parents went and got me a Zune, which I love way more than iPods, like, if Zune came out, like, a year before iPods, Apple wouldn't exist. I'm gonna just say it like that. The Zune was a superior MP3 device. But that's what I was listening to, um, especially My Chemical Romance. Like, I there's no need to have, like, physical media, and that's kind of sad, but I still like physical media. So with My Chemical Romance, I would get, like, their CDs. I have their vinyls. I have a vinyl player back there. And I have a couple of their albums. I know every single song by heart. That's, like, what I'm into. You have your Zune, then you're a true one if you still have your Zune, because I had the Zune, the brick, and then I had the HD Zune. Like, I just loved them so much because they were the first to, like, really connect to the internet. They were the first to, be able to customize them. I know my Zune HD had access to Facebook, and I was like, "Holy crap," like, my music device could connect me to Facebook. Like, that was unreal. CD Walkman, holy crap, yeah, like, mine had, like, it was a Citizen brand, it had, like, a button to where, like, it was, like, skip proof, and then I always had to turn on, like, the bass booster, and, like, it would drain your battery faster, but, I mean, I had really good headphones, so I love that. Sa Sa Sa's talking about AC/DC, I love AC/DC also. My dad has, a sign, or I don't know if he still has it or not, the sign of when AC/DC went to go play in McAllen, like, well, way before I was born, like, I'm talking about, like, old times, but he still has, like, when they played in McAllen. I don't even think he was born yet or old enough to go, but he went and collected that. Yeah, Zune, not a lot of people talk about Zune, and people who like, anytime people talk about Zune in, like, conversations I've had, it's always like, "It's not as good as the iPod," or "The Zune sucked," or anything. It's like, "No." The Zune had, like, a gyroscope for the games, the Zune was first to have, I think, the Zune HD was touchscreen. You put your photos on there, what else could you do with the Zune? You could download apps to it. It was just really cool. I love the Zune so much. White Zombie. We do some White Zombie. What's another good group? No, there's a White Zombie and there is a Rob Zombie. But I was into, like, the hair bands. I think that's what my because that's what my dad was, into. That and, like, a lot of grunge, like Nirvana. So that's where I got a lot of my stuff. So, like, when I started playing guitar, that's, like, a lot of the stuff I was talking about. Um, a song that I've been s someone that I've been singing a lot of. Oh, The Cult, yes. What about, The Cure? Like, The Cure has that very nice really nice, breakup and single kinda music. I love The Cure. Um, one song that I've been serenading my wife to is "I'll Be There For You" from Bon Jovi. Like, that's one of like, that's a staple to us. So I started with down the rabbit hole, like, Bon Jovi music. So that's a good one too. I'm actually trying to look at some other ones here so I could just, I'm gonna go build a playlist after this. Spotify, I'll share it on my Facebook and we could all jam out together. The Cult. Anyone watch Spinal Tap? This is Spinal Tap. I mean, that's good one. Uh, man, there's some good ones on here. Ooh, you saw Skid Row? Nice. Um, has anyone heard of oh, I saw you mention up here Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's a good one too. Like that band made me want to learn the bass guitar. I never got to learn the bass guitar, but that band will make you love bass. Um, anyone know that restaurant that Bon Jovi opened up down in his hometown in New Jersey? He's a Jersey boy. To where you pay what you can. So you go like have a meal and like if all you have is like, $10, you just pay $10 and your meal's paid for and stuff. Like I'm glad that I don't know even know if it's still open, but I know that like people didn't take advantage of it. One, because I mean no one wants to, screw over Bon Jovi. I mean he's a hometown legend to them. But like it was a way to just help people who were trying to get through like, you know, the Kitty. Oh, are you talking about that the one with the tampons? Is that Kitty? Meatloaf. Oh man, he passed. Another one that hurt me when he passed was Tom Petty. Like I don't care if that's not your type of music. If you put like a good Tom Petty song, which I mean, honestly, 90% of them are all good songs, you can't help but sing along. Yeah, Kitty. I know Kitty. Then I know exactly which one you're talking about. I've heard stories about Kitty. Some Def Leppard. That one's good. What else? Now you all are gonna have you all are building my playlist for the next 2 weeks, so I want to thank you all for that. This is how you all help me, okay? Okay, don't Lords of Acid, Tom Petty's the bomb. Last Dance with Mary Jane. You got Free Falling. Um, and when you don't want to rock out so hard, I'm a fan of like Billy Joel. If you want to just put some Uptown Girl or Piano Man, oh, I will sing Piano Man like like my life depends on it. See, I feel like I have an old soul now because I love these bands from like the 70s and the 80s. You got like Guns N' Roses, you got the Bangles, Metallica. How come no one's mentioned Metallica yet? I think something's wrong with you all if we haven't mentioned Metallica at least once. Uh Bruce Springsteen, Journey. Come on, Steve Perry. Everyone loves Steve Perry. The Doors. Oh, okay. I grew up heavily on the Doors to where I read Jim Morrison's book multiple times in high school for fun. No One Gets Out of Here Alive. That's his book. I've seen the movie countless times. I know a couple of songs on piano from The Doors. So The Doors is a really big one to the point where we had a dog named Mojo for Mr. Mojo Rising, and then we named the female dog Pam for Pamela Morrison. So The Doors, Jim Morrison, huge thing. Gotta give it up to the Lizard King. Outfield, the Bee Gees. Oh, okay, okay. What about? I'm looking here at something that no one's mentioned yet. Oh, I think Isabel. If you mentioned the Misfits, I think I Dead Kennedys at you. Also, Inix with what was the front man of there? Crap, I forgot the tattoo guy. What was his name? Dave Navarro? Isabel, I think you're trolling with R. Kelly. Okay, we don't talk about R. Kelly in here. Okay, we got some New Order fans in here. What about some Sonic Youth, some Talking Heads? Got a REO Speedwagon. Yes, I am a fan, and I will listen to REO Speedwagon. Um, Maybe if I'm feeling all romantical, I'll put on some Tears for Fears. I love Tears for Fears. Okay. Dean Snyder with Twisted Sister. Eric Clapton. Let me see. Hey, we should have a music night, okay? I'll probably have to host it somewhere else other than YouTube, but maybe we could do it to where like I'll front the money. It won't be a lot, okay? I'm not loaded, especially after my vacation. But I'll front the money if anyone else wants to throw into the pot, and I'll throw like clips of songs, and whoever guesses it right, a dollar here, a dollar there, just so we can keep it going. That sounds pretty cool. Hey, you're sauce. You're down with ICP? Bush. See, now I'm thinking of the Doors a lot. Oh, that's cool. You're done with ICP. Oh, magnets, how do they work? What was that? Was it Fago that they drink? Is that actually good? Like, is that like a legitimate drink to have, or is it just for the memes and the talk? But I'm actually happy. Hey, any fans of Megadeth? Like, can we go into like some metal? Linkin Park. Oh, come on. Linkin Park was probably the first band that I like discovered on my own, like outside of like listening to what my parents listened to or anything like that. It was like something I stumbled on, and then I loved their album Hybrid Theory, and then from there Reanimation, Live in Texas. Um, oh, I actually have a Linkin Park thing right there. Let me see. Ah, too bright. That's not the color I want. That's the color I want. Yeah, so I got like a little Linkin Park thing right here. Was the Reanimation album with a little figurine. Okay, can we get that light off? Almost, almost. What button is it? Nope, nope. There we go. Ugh. Nazareth. Oh, we're going into the 70s now. I think Nazareth was the 70s. Yeah, I don't judge. I do not judge. Okay, music is music. One band that I could never get into that people bring up a lot is like Pet Shop Boys. Like if you look at like any like music list, like that one's always mentioned like somewhere. I can't get into it. But I tell you what, REM, great band. I'm just going down this list I found. Um Sonic Youth, yeah, like I like Candle. I think that's them. Beck. I haven't heard from Beck in a long time. Let's see. Oh, this thing's giving me such a hard time. Smashing Pumpkins is a great band. One that doesn't get a lot. Another group that does not get as much love as they should is the Black Crows. The Black Crows is like a group that needs way more attention. The Eagles, hey, take it easy. A lot of people always go for Hotel California with the Eagles, but I think take it easy is like way superior. Boom, 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 boom. Can I? This is probably where I'm gonna lose a lot of people. Mainly because this thing I know isn't tuned. Ooh. That's always the worst one. Let's see, what could I do? Some Beastie Boys is good also. See, I was gonna do something and then now I don't even know what to do anymore. I can't think of the way the song starts. The Cars is another great group. Judas Priest. Ace Spades Motorhead is a good one. Since I've been getting into wrestling a lot, I mentioned wrestling one time and it started like this whole, WrestleMania thing on my own. But Motorhead actually did the song for Triple H. So I think that's pretty badass. I actually just cussed right now. Ooh, Willie Nelson. Hey, Willie Nelson's throwing a party at his ranch, which isn't that far away from where I'm at. And it's like open to the public. I should totally crash Willie's party. Bob Marley. Well, we're gonna go into somewhere else now, talking about Bob Marley. I know it's a little bit later, like 90s with Radiohead. That's a good one. No one's mentioned Pink Floyd, so I'm kind of disappointed. Well, I didn't remember them either, but I mean, still. What's everyone's opinion? What is everyone's opinion here on the Beatles? I'm not gonna say my opinion on because I want like a little bit of you all's input on it. But what do y'all think about the Beatles? You can't get into country. Oh, I feel bad. I love country. But to be fair, I didn't start liking country until I got with my wife. She's more of a country listener than I am, so she's introduced me to a lot of stuff. I think the Beatles is amazing. I love the Beatles. Like I'll catch the documentaries. I'll catch like the movies. The movie Yesterday was good. It's a Beatles movie. Across the Universe is a musical that uses Beatles songs. There's even like a kids show called The Beat Bugs, which should have won any award out there. To where you got your characters, they get into a situation, and somehow they're able to fit in a song from the Beatles into every episode. So every episode is themed around a Beatles song, which was like awesome. Someone messaging me? Oh no. A friend of mine went live on Twitch, so I'll probably hop over and look at that. Yeah, I think that's about Fleetwood Mac, Strawberry Fields Forever. Yesterday's probably my favorite Beatles song, or Blackbird. Um, One that I really like is Dear Prudence, that a lot of people don't talk about. Queen. Queen is good. Um, should I just turn my whole channel into just nothing but music? Let me see. Yeah, I can't. Like I've never played in front of people, so I'm just using the guitar as a prop right now. Guns N' Roses is a good one. Led Zeppelin. Yesterday. You don't like Yesterday? Mm. I used to have an electric guitar, but it broke after many years. That guitar broke, and I've since been wanting to get another electric guitar. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. And this isn't me plugging to get y'all to donate. I'm just talking to y'all. That's what y'all are here for. That's what I'm here for. It's just for us to have a conversation. So I'm hoping to get an electric guitar, and then I'll probably, see if I could get a smoke machine in here and we could like rock out. John Cougar Mellencamp. Let me see. No. I wish I could do some Van Halen. Like if I knew how to play Van Halen, that would be amazing. See, I need to tune that one. I don't know what. It's the A string. See, so I'll just have to stick to like the bottom ones. I need to get a tuner. Maybe I should get that first before I try doing something. Yeah, because that first string, which is the A, no, A is not the first string. It just sounds really gross. I used to be able to tune by ear when I would play guitar like every single day, but it's actually been years since I've touched this thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna put that away for now. Maybe maybe later I'll pick that up. I have another instrument here. I have a couple of instruments throughout my room. Pantera, yes. I can't play Pantera on acoustic though. Like Pantera is like exclusively electric. I got ukulele too. Let's see. This one isn't tuned either. I can't do the bend on this one. There we go. Oh man. See, I should just do a extremely long live stream, probably on Twitch, because on Twitch I could play music along with me. I could like probably just like play and have fun. Because I think this one's actually tuned, so I'm not even bothered by it that much. No, never mind. It's not tuned. That's going away. I'll throw it over there. And that's why I break my instruments by accident. It's just carelessness. That's all on me. I apologize. Pink Floyd. I do love Pink Floyd. But the thing is, this video that I made was going to last only about 10, 15 minutes. Lately, I've been wanting to do like 10-minute videos, but y'all just kept me so entertained that, time flies when you're having fun. And y'all made me think about groups that I haven't listened to in a long time. So I need to take out the saxophone. Surprisingly, I have played a little bit of saxophone, not very well, but I took a couple of lessons when I was in band because they were going to stick me on the saxophone because I wanted to go play the drums. I wanted to be a percussionist. And they didn't want me in percussion. And it's a really messed up reason why. Okay. Um, when you go into band, they try you out like on every instrument, and then the directors for each group, the brass, the woodwinds, um, like kind of like pick. It's kind of like a draft. Well, I wanted to be a percussionist, and then the director was like, "No, I don't want him." So I got drafted to the saxophone, woodwinds, and I don't want to say I threw a fit, but I made him very aware that I don't want anything but the drums. I was like, I don't care if you stick me on the bass drum. I don't care if you stick me with like the xylophone. I don't care if you stick me with anything. I want to be in percussion. So he was like, okay, uh, we'll try you out. And I ended up doing it for years. But when we went to try out, he only kept two students. Aside from me, he only had picked two other ones. And I couldn't see why. I couldn't understand why. One had talent, the other didn't, until like a couple years later, already when I was out of band. The same instructor who was very selective with who he wanted in his group. And I want to say it was a very unusual amount of females in that group. Got caught with some illegal videos of people in our age range, if you know what I'm hinting at. He got arrested for it and everything like that. So I feel like maybe that's why he didn't want me. When instruments are lame, yes. Anything that you have to blow sucks. So that's why I like the percussions. And I working my way up too. I was never first, but I was second. Like, sounds like a perv. Yeah, that's how it was. And the thing is, I never got those vibes, but at the same time, I was like in middle school, so I really wasn't looking for those kind of vibes or anything. He was a cool guy. He did throw a stick at me one time and it hurt. But other than that, he was a pretty cool guy until I found out that happened, and I was like, okay, like, oof. But yeah. All right. Well, it's already 10:30. I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's do this again. Bring in some more music recommendations, or what we could do, if you all want to join me, is I will live stream on Twitch, and we can watch some music videos. We could, listen to some music. Like everyone throws a song recommendation, and we'll treat it like a radio show. We'll do it like a radio show to where I'll talk. We'll have like our little back and forth, and then I'll just throw a song on. We could chill out. I could go grab a drink, something like that, and I'll come back. We could talk a little bit more. someone else throws a song that I'll listen to, like, holy crap, I haven't heard the Arctic Monkeys in forever. Let's play them. We'll do something like that. That'll probably be next week because I have a very long work week. A very long work week for me is only 4 days, and I can't stand it. It's twice as long as it should be. I should only be it should be the other way around. You should be off like 2, 3 days out of the week, and I mean you should only work 2 or 3 days out of the week and have the rest off. That's just me. That's my America. If I ever run for president, that's what I'm gonna do. Y'all have a good one. Have a good night. It is 10:30, way later than I intended on being here, but we all had a good time. I know I did. So I'll talk to you later.